Welcome to the digital classroom for class 11. We are reading the story Karma, written by Khushwant Singh. This is the second class for the story Karma. In the last class, we have learned about the author Khushwant Singh, about the story, about the text, about the characters in the short story. This is a short story, and the characters, and also we have read a little bit text. Today we are going to start the text from she was short and fat. Today we will read the text. We will start here from she was short and fat in her middle 40s. Now open your book and look at the text. During reading the text, you have to understand the difference between Sir Mohan Lal and also Lady Lal, that is Lachmi, between their difference between their dress, difference in culture, mindset, etc. Now look at the text. She was short and fat in her middle 40s. She was short and fat in her middle 40s. That is, we were talking about Lady Lal, Lachmi. The physical description is given here. She was short and fat, very fatty, and also very short. So from this expression, we come to know that Lady Lal was not too much attractive in her physique. Physically, she was not attractive, and she was in her middle 40s, that is, she was 45 years old. She wore a dirty white sari with a red border. Dirty white sari with a red border. Her dress was dirty white sari with red border. That is, from this expression we can experience, or we can form an idea that Lady Lal belonged to, Lachmi belonged to middle class or lower middle class society. That is, her dress was dirty, her dress was not too much clean, very ordinary and common dress. On one side of her nose glistened a diamond nose ring, and she had several gold bangles on her arms. On one side of her nose glistened diamond nose ring. That is, she was wearing a nose ring made of diamond, and diamond is a type of stone, and it was glittering, and so she was wearing a diamond nose ring, and she had several bangles on her arms. That is, gold bangles means churi hate churi porechilo kichu. She had been talking to the bearer until Sir Mohan had summoned him inside. That is, she could not enter the first class waiting room until her husband Sir Mohan Lal summoned. She could not enter, and also she was talking with the bearer. The bearer was talking with Lady Lal, Lachmi, outside the first class waiting room, and the bearer was talking with Lady Lal until Sir Mohan Lal summoned him inside. Sir Mohan Lal will summon or call the bearer, not Lady Lal, not his wife. So Lady Lal, that is Lachmi, was gossiping with the bearer outside the first class waiting room. As soon as he had gone, she hailed a passing railway coolie. Actually, Lachmi was fond of gossiping. We will learn it later. So after releasing the bearer, that is, when the bearer went away, Lady Lal, Lachmi called the passing railway coolie. Now she had something to know from the railway coolie. Now Lady Lal asked the railway coolie, "Where does the zenana stop?" কোথায় লেডিস কম্পার্টমেন্ট জেনানা টা থামে? হিয়ার জেনানা মিন্স লেডিস কম্পার্টমেন্ট, জেনানা মিন্স লেডিস কম্পার্টমেন্টটা কোথায় থামে সেটা জিজ্ঞাসা করছে। ইউজুয়ালি হোয়াইল উই আর ট্রাভেলিং ইন দ্য ট্রেন we cannot guess where my compartment will stop, when the train will come, when the train will arrive. We cannot guess where my compartment will stop. So usually we try our best to know from the coolies or from the shopkeepers in the railway station. Here also Lady Lal wanted to know where the zenana compartment, that is ladies compartment, will stop when the train will come. Then the coolie informed her that right at the end of the platform, that is the train compartment will zenana compartment will stop at the end of the platform. প্ল্যাটফর্মের একদম শেষের দিকে, শেষ প্রান্তের দিকে এসে দাঁড়াবে জেনানা কম্পার্টমেন্টটা। The coolie then Lady Lal requested the coolie or asked the coolie to carry her luggage where the zenana compartment will stop. The coolie flattened his, look at the text, the coolie flattened his turban to make a cushion. The coolie flattened his turban to make a cushion, hoisted the steel trunk on his head and moved down the platform. The coolie flattened his turban means made the turban flat, placed it on his head. He made it like a cushion and then hoisted, that is raised or uplifted the steel trunk on his head and moved down the platform, started to move towards the place of the platform where the zenana compartment will stop. Lady Lal picked up her brass tiffin carrier, পিতলের তৈরি টিফিন ক্যারিয়ারটা লেডি লাল ক্যারি করছে, সঙ্গে নিল, and ambled along behind him, that is he moved at easy pace, that is হেলকি চালে, হালকা চালে, দুলকি চালে কুলির পেছনে পেছনে যাচ্ছিল। লেডি লাল ওয়াজ ফলোয়িং কুলি বিকজ দ্য কুলি ওয়াজ ক্যারিং her steel trunk behind him. On the way, she stopped by a hawker stall to replenish her silver beetle leaf case. That is, Lady Lal was fond of chewing beetle leaf. That is, she already finished the beetle leaf, and so she wanted to replenish, that is, she wanted to fill up her silver beetle leaf case with the beetle leaf, and so she stopped at the hawker stall, by a hawker stall, and then purchased some beetle leaf, placed the beetle leaf in her beetle leaf case, and then once again she joined the coolie. She sat down on her steel trunk, which the coolie had put down, and started talking to him. They reached the place where the zenana compartment will stop, and then after reaching there, the coolie had put down the steel trunk, and Lady Lal was sitting on the steel trunk and started to talk with the coolie. As I told, Lady Lal was fond of gossiping with other persons. And then once again other question from Lady Lal. Lady Lal আবার জিজ্ঞাসা করছে, are the trains very crowded on these lines? এখানে কি ট্রেন খুব ভিড়ে ঠাসা থাকে? That is, are the trains very crowded on these lines? Then the coolie answered that these days all trains are crowded, but you will find room in the zenana. All the trains are crowded nowadays all the trains are very crowded. But the coolie said that Lady Lal will find a room. Find room means find place in the zenana compartment. Usually the zenana compartments, ladies compartments are not too much crowded, and so the coolie assured Lady Lal that she would get place in the zenana compartment. Then I might as well get over the bother of eating. তাহলে খাওয়ার ঝামেলাটা মিটিয়ে ফেলা যাক, খেয়ে নিই। তো বদার অফ ইটিং, খাওয়াটা কখনোই ঝামেলা নয়, কিন্তু যখন আমরা কোথাও ভ্রমণ করছি, হোয়েন উই আর ট্রাভেলিং এনিওয়্যার, আওয়ার ফোকাস ইজ অন দ্য ট্রাভেলিং, অ্যান্ড সো দেন আওয়ার ইটিং লাঞ্চ অর ডিনার অন দ্য ওয়ে ডিউরিং আওয়ার ট্রাভেলিং মে বি আ বদার, maybe a bothering to us. So Lady Lal wanted to complete her lunch, and so Lady Lal opened the brass carrier and took out a bundle of cramped chapatis and some mango pickle. Cramped chapatis and mango pickle. What was the menu of the day? The menu of the day was cramped chapatis and some mango pickle. Lady Lal opened the brass carrier, তার যে পিতলের টিফিন ক্যারিয়ারটা খুললো, and took out bundle of cramped chapatis. চাপাটিগুলো সব দুমড়ানো মোচড়ানো হয়ে গেছে, they were not in properly placed, and so they were the bundle of the chapatis transformed to cramped, দুমড়ানো মোচড়ানো হয়ে গেছে, and she would eat the chapatis, রুটি যাকে বলে, চাপাটি হাতে বানানো যে রুটি, সেই রুটিগুলো কি দিয়ে খাবে? with some mango pickle, আমের আচার দিয়ে খাবে. while she ate, the coolie sat opposite her on his haunches. অর্থাৎ কুলি, Lady Lal, when the Lady Lal was eating, the coolie was waiting for her, and the coolie was sitting on his haunches. Haunches মানে পাছার উপরে উবু হয়ে যেটা বসা, drawing lines in the gravel with his fingers. Drawing lines in the gravel with his finger. আঙ্গুল দিয়ে যে নুড়ি টুড়িগুলো আছে সেখানে বিভিন্ন রকম আঁকি বুকি কাটছে. So are you traveling alone, sister? Once again the coolie asked the question, are you traveling alone, sister? That is, the coolie had suspicion on Lady Lal that whether Lady Lal was alone or not. একলা কি ভ্রমণ করছে? No, I am with my master, brother. No, না, আমি আমার মাস্টারের সঙ্গে আছি. মাস্টার ইজ এ টাইপ অফ অ্যাড্রেসিং, ইউজুয়ালি উই সি ইন লোয়ার ক্লাস সোসাইটি, যে তার হাজব্যান্ডকে মাস্টার বলে. ইন আপার ক্লাস usually it is seen that the wives call their husband by their name, নাম ধরে ডাকে. স্ত্রী আপার ক্লাসে স্বামীরা স্ত্রীরা স্বামীদের নাম ধরে ডাকে, but here we find that Lady Lal was calling her husband as my master. আমার মাস্টার আমার সঙ্গে আছে, I am with my master, brother. He is in the waiting room, that is first class waiting room. তিনি ওয়েটিং রুমে আছেন. হি ট্রাভেলস ফার্স্ট ক্লাস, তিনি তো ফার্স্ট ক্লাসে ভ্রমণ করেন. হি ট্রাভেলস ইন ফার্স্ট ক্লাস. হি ইজ আ ভিজিয়ার অ্যান্ড ব্যারিস্টার. ভিজিয়ার মিনস ইম্পর্টেন্ট গভর্নমেন্ট অফিসিয়াল. তিনি তো একজন ইম্পর্টেন্ট গভর্নমেন্ট অফিসিয়াল. হি ইজ আ ভিজিয়ার অ্যান্ড অলসো আ ব্যারিস্টার. And so he travels in first class waiting room, and I in zenana compartment, barrister, and meet so many officers and Englishmen in the trains. এত অফিসার ইংলিশম্যানদের সঙ্গে তিনি মিট করবেন, ভ্রমণ করবেন. will travel with the officers and Englishmen. And I am only a native woman. দেখুন, আমি তো একজন নেটিভ মহিলা, নেটিভ উমেন, so-called native woman. I cannot understand English and don't know their ways. দেখুন, আমি তো ইংরেজি ফিংরেজি কিছু জানি না, আমি নেটিভ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে কথা বলি। আই অ্যাম আ নেটিভ লেডি, নেটিভ উম্যান, অ্যান্ড সো আই ডু নট নো হাউ টু স্পিক ইন ইংলিশ. I cannot meet with the officers and the Englishmen who will travel in the first class compartment. As a result, I do not travel with my master. I cannot understand English and don't know their ways. তাদের যে আদব কায়দা, কথাবার্তা, চালচলন, সেগুলো আমি জানি না. সো আই কিপ টু মাই জেনানা ইন্টার ক্লাস. সেই জন্য আই অ্যাম কমফোর্টেবল ইন মাই জেনানা কম্পার্টমেন্ট. আমি আমার এই যে লেডিস কম্পার্টমেন্টে আমি কমফোর্টেবল. অ্যাকচুয়ালি Sir Mohan Lal did not take Lady Lal with him. She is not comfortable in first class compartment, first class train compartment, and so she travels in Zenana interclass compartment. Now look at the difference between Sir Mohan Lal and Lachmi. Look at the difference. In case of their dress, তাদের ড্রেসটার ক্ষেত্রেও ডিফারেন্স দেখো. লেডি লাল is wearing dirty white sari with red border and a nose ring in her nose, and also some bangles in her arms, as like as native women. But Sir Mohan Lal wear suit from Savile Row with carnation in the buttonhole. He uses the aroma of eau de cologne, talcum powder, and scented soap. Everything that is the class difference between their class consciousness. Here we find the class consciousness, difference between their class and culture, and also in their dress. And from the words of Lady Lal, we come to know the reason why Lady Lal do not travel in the first class compartment. Now this is the text. We have completed the text for the day. Now open your exercise book and write down some questions, short questions. You have to answer those questions. কিছু শর্ট কোশ্চেন দিচ্ছি, তোমরা লিখে নাও কতগুলো কোশ্চেন. নাম্বার 1, how old was Lachmi? How old was Lachmi? You have to write down the questions in your exercise book and you have to solve the problems. How old was Lachmi? লক্ষ্মীর বয়স কত বছর ছিল? নেক্সট কোশ্চেন, describe the dress and the ornaments of Lachmi. Describe the dress and the ornaments of Lachmi. Question number 3, what do you mean by zenana compartment? What do you mean by zenana compartment? Question number 4, what was Lady Lal carrying with her? What was Lady Lal carrying with her? Number 5, how did the coolie carry the luggage of Lachmi? How did the coolie carry the luggage of Lachmi? Question number 6, why did Lady Lal stop by a hawker's stall? Why did Lady Lal stop by a hawker's stall? Question number 7. Where was Lady Lal sitting? Where was Lady Lal sitting? Question number 8. How did Lady Lal overcome the bother of eating? How did Lady Lal overcome the bother of eating? Question number 9. What was the menu of Lady Lal in her lunch? What was the menu of Lady Lal in her lunch? What was the menu of Lady Lal in her lunch? Question number 10. What was the coolie doing? What was the coolie doing while Lady Lal eating? What was the coolie doing while Lady Lal eating? Question number 11. What was Sir Mohan Lal? What was Sir Mohan Lal? Question number 12. What was the reason behind Lady Lal's not traveling in the first class compartment? Or why did not Lady Lal travel? Why did not Lady Lal travel in the first class compartment with Sir Mohan Lal? Why did not Lady Lal travel in the first class compartment with Sir Mohan Lal? Now, these are the questions, a few short questions. You have to work out all these questions. এই কোশ্চেনগুলোর উত্তর তোমাদের করে ফেলতে হবে। আগে খাতায় টুকে নেবে তোমরা, তারপরে এই কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সারগুলো তোমরা সলভ করে ফেলবে। আমরা এই পর্যন্ত টেক্সটটা কমপ্লিট করলাম। সি ওয়াজ শর্ট অ্যান্ড ফ্যাট, এখান থেকে আই কিপ টু মাই জেনানা ইন্টার ক্লাস। I keep to my zenana inter class। কয়েকটা গ্রামারও তোমাদের দিয়ে দিতে পারি, তোমরা কয়েকটা ন্যারেশন চেঞ্জ করে ফেলবে, লাইনগুলো পয়েন্ট আউট করে ফেলো। হোয়ার ডাজ দ্য জেনানা স্টপ সেড লেডি লাল? হোয়ার ডাজ দ্য জেনানা স্টপ সেড লেডি লাল, এইটা তোমরা ন্যারেশন চেঞ্জ করবে। নেক্সট আর একটা লিখো, আর দ্য ট্রেনস ভেরি ক্রাউডেড অন দিজ লাইন্স আস্কড লক্ষ্মী? আর দ্য ট্রেনস ভেরি ক্রাউডেড অন দিজ লাইন্স আস্কড লক্ষ্মী, এটা তোমরা নারেশন করবে। আর ইউ ট্রাভেলিং অ্যালোন সিস্টার আস্কড দ্য কুলি? আর ইউ ট্রাভেলিং অ্যালোন সিস্টার আস্কড দ্য কুলি, এটাও আর একটা ন্যারেশন তোমরা করে ফেলবে। কারণ কি এই লাইনগুলো থেকে টেক্সচুয়াল গ্রামার সাধারণত পরীক্ষায় আসে। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। শ্যাল উই কল ইট আ ডে? এখানেই শেষ করছি। উইল মিট ইন দ্য নেক্সট ক্লাস। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ।